On my son's 10th birthday, my mom handed his gift to my sister's kid and said, "Only well-behaved children deserve presents." I just smiled. A moment later, my son whispered, "Is Grandma upset with me?" I crouched down and said, "Nah, champ. She just forgot who keeps a roof over her head." When the mortgage was due again, I got 102 missed calls. My name's Matthew. I'm 36, a handyman with a beat-up white van, a dented toolbox, and a list of regular clients who know I show up on time and don't leave until the leak stops or the door closes. Right. I'm a dad before I'm anything else. My son, Leo, turned 10 last Saturday. He likes Lego, soccer, and the way a fresh pizza box fogs his glasses when he lifts the lid too close. We did the party at my mom's house because she insisted it'll be nice to have everyone under one roof. She'd said, "Family." That word always came with strings in my family. You just couldn't see them until they tightened. The living room was crowded with balloons, paper plates, and half-inflated tin foil numbers that kept listing left. My sister Kelsey showed up 20 minutes late with her son Owen, who is the same age as Leo, but louder. He sprinted in, grabbed the good seat on the sofa, and peeled off a streamer while Kelsey pretended not to notice. Mom came down the hallway holding a glossy blue box with a silver bow. And that smile she uses when there's an audience. "Let's do presents," she said, clapping. Leo stood in front of her like he'd practiced in the mirror. "Thank you, Grandma," he said, cheeks pink. He's a good kid. Too good for what came next. Mom looked at him, then at Owen, and her mouth tightened. "Only well-behaved kids deserve gifts," she said, soft but sharp, like she wanted it to sting without making a scene. Then she turned and handed the box to Owen. "Here, you be careful with it." The room went quiet in that weird, heavy way. My ears rang. Kelsey did a fake laugh. "Mom," I said. She lifted a hand. "Matthew, he talked back earlier." He slammed a door. "I won't reward bad manners." Leo stared at the floor. That hurt more than anything. He didn't argue. He didn't cry. He just got small. I smiled. It wasn't real. It was the kind you wear when your jaw is locked. I cut the cake. I poured the soda. I made nice with the relatives who like to remind me I'm so handy. You should take a look at my porch sometime. I didn't make a scene. I never do. On the drive home, Leo watched street lights slide across the window. "Is Grandma mad at me?" he asked. "No, buddy," I said. "She just forgot who pays her mortgage." He frowned. "What?" "Nothing," I said. "We'll talk later." We got home. I took the trash out. I put the leftover pizza in the fridge. I stood at the sink and looked at my hands. They're cracked in the cold and nicked from old screws. I rubbed the spot where a drill slipped last month and left a shiny crescent scar. When the mortgage came due again a few days later, my phone lit up so fast it looked like it was on fire. 102 missed calls by noon. "Call me now." "Matthew, answer." "You can't be serious." The group chat pinged like a smoke alarm. I wiped my hands on a shop towel and finally picked up. That was the first time I said no out loud. People like to talk about boundaries like they're a trendy hobby, like crochet or pickleball. For me, they've been a tab I kept promising to close after just one more click. It started years ago. Dad left when I was 19. No big speech, no note, just a quiet garage and an empty space on the pegboard where his favorite ranch used to hang. Mom cried in the kitchen for a month and then switched to being angry at the world. There was a mortgage and a roof that leaked every spring. I fixed both, one with a tarp and a ladder, the other with overtime and cheap meals. I moved out, but not far. I was the one with the tools, the truck, the can you swing by. That turned into 3 hours of unpaid labor. "You're so good at this stuff," Mom would say, handing me a cold coffee once I was already on the roof. Compliment as currency. When Kelsey got pregnant young and the boyfriend ditched, I built a crib out of pine. When she decided Owen needed a private school for structure, guess who picked up the registration fee? Just this once. When Mom's water heater died, I hauled a new one up the basement stairs alone and had bruises that looked like a map for a week. I didn't mind, not at first. It felt like doing the right thing. Then it started to feel like my job, and then like my fault if I ever said I was tired. Money was always the quiet third person at our table. Mom worked front desk at a dentist for years, and then her hours got cut. Kelsey bounced between salon work and trying a course online. I built my handyman business from word of mouth and long Saturdays. I wasn't rich, but I was steady. Steady gets noticed in a family like mine the way a full fridge does. Useful, assumed, invisible. 3 years ago, Mom fell behind on the mortgage after a car repair, and a dental bill hit in the same week. She called me crying. "They'll take the house," she said. "This is where you kids grew up." "I'll help," I said without thinking. I set up auto pay for my account to cover the difference. I told myself it was temporary. She told me she'd pay me back. She didn't. We never spoke about it again except when her tone got sugary. "My lifesaver," she'd say when I changed a light bulb, like the bulb and the house were the same thing. Kelsey got used to it faster than Mom. "You're doing amazing," she'd tell me. Then send me a Zelle request for Owen's camp deposit with 3 heart emojis. If I pushed back, she'd go quiet for a day and then send a voice note. "I just thought you of all people would understand how hard it is." The group chat was a whole other circus. Mom's updates. Kelsey's selfies, distant relatives chiming in with proud of this family. Whenever someone posted a casserole, if I didn't answer immediately, Mom would text me separately. "Is everything okay with you? You've been distant." Distant as in not paying for something yet. Last winter, when business dipped, I told Mom I might have to reduce what I covered for a month. She didn't ask if I was okay. She said, "Well, I hope you're not being dramatic. Your sister's relying on you, too." "Relying on me for what?" I asked. "Just things," she said. "She has a lot on her plate. Be generous." "Who's generous to me?" I said, but I said it under my breath. There were little cuts that added up. Like the time I replaced Mom's back door, and she told everyone at Easter that Uncle Tim had helped her get it done because he'd lent her his tape measure for an afternoon 12 years ago. Or when I got Leo a new bike and Kelsey sniffed, "Must be nice," and then asked if I could cover Owen's soccer fees again because it's unfair if only one cousin gets to do things. I tried to keep peace. I swallowed a lot. I kept counting how many months until the mortgage might be small enough to hand back to her. Then came Leo's 10th birthday, and the blue box with the bow and Mom's voice. Only well-behaved kids deserve gifts. Here's the part that matters. Leo didn't slam a door. He closed it because Owen kept following him into the bathroom and flipping the light off. Leo said, "Stop," and shut the door. That was it. Mom decided it was a disrespect plot. After the party, my phone buzzed with a text from Mom. "We need to talk about Leo's attitude." Then Kelsey, Owen didn't mean anything. He's just spirited. Maybe Leo could be more flexible. Flexible like my knees when I'm crawling under a sink. Like my bank account when there's pinches. I didn't answer that night. I sat at my kitchen table with the stack of transfer confirmations I'd saved because I'm not stupid. Every mortgage payment, every school fee, every Zelle request with a heart emoji. I added them up with a stubby pencil Leo uses for homework. The number made my jaw clench. I stared at it and thought about the way Mom's eyes slid past Leo when he blew out his candles. Then the little greasy things started showing up. I noticed the lock on my van had fresh scratches, the kind someone makes trying the wrong key. I found my spare cordless drill in Kelsey's trunk when she asked me to help her move a dresser, and the back popped open. "Oh, I meant to ask," she said. She hadn't meant to ask. It would have just lived there until I went looking. Mom posted a photo of Owen in that blue box hoodie with the caption, "My good boy." No mention of Leo. Nothing about his day. In the comments, Aunt Carol wrote, "Grandma knows best." I put my phone face down and stared at the ceiling like it could explain why a person lets themselves be treated like a walking debit card with a toolbox. Payday came around. My autopay reminder for Mom's mortgage popped up. I clicked pause. It felt like pulling out a splinter. Sharp then clean. An hour later, Mom texted, "Everything's still set for the 15th. I put the phone in my pocket and went to install a mail slot for Mrs. Diaz. It was cold, the kind that makes your breath look like you're telling secrets. I finished, took cash, and wrote a receipt on a piece of cardboard because my printer's always out of ink. That night, I told Leo what I should have told him a long time ago in words he could hold. "You didn't do anything wrong, bud. Grown-ups can be wrong and loud at the same time." He nodded. "Are we not going to Grandma's anymore?" "We'll see," I said. "But we are going to the park Saturday, and you're picking the pizza toppings." He smiled. Small at first, then bigger. It felt like someone finally turned the light on in a room I was working in. When mortgage day hit, the call started. At first, it was 1, then 5, then 20. "Mom, Kelsey." Unknown numbers that were probably Mom calling from the office phone, the neighbor's landline, a borrowed cell, anything to get through. I set the phone on the workbench and kept sanding. Sawdust fell in little gold drifts. The phone vibrated until it slid against a screw and thunked to a stop. I let the calls pile up until the number looked fake. 102. Then I picked up. Matthew. Mom's voice landed hard. All brittle sugar. Why is the mortgage payment missing? I paused it. You what? It wasn't confusion. It was disbelief that I had the nerve to do anything but comply. I paused my portion. I'm not paying it this month or next month. There was a silence that felt like a storm backing up on the highway. You can't just, she exhaled sharply. Do you want me to lose the house, your childhood home? Are you punishing me because I disciplined your son? Is that what this is? It's because I've been paying your mortgage for 3 years, I said. Calm, like reading instructions. It's because you handed my kid's birthday gift to another child and said he didn't deserve presents. It's because I'm not an ATM. You're being dramatic, she snapped. You know I'll pay you back when things settle. This is temporary. I looked at the spreadsheet open on my kitchen counter. You've said temporary 38 times. You're keeping score now, she said, scoffing. Wow. I've always kept score, I said. I just didn't show you the scoreboard. She switched tactics. What about your sister? She relies on your help for Owen's school. He needs stability. Leo needs stability. I said he needs to know his dad will stand up for him. So, you're going to let your mother sink because your feelings are hurt. I didn't raise my voice. No, I'm going to let adults handle their own bills. From the background, I heard Kelsey, put him on speaker. Matthew, she said brightly. The way you talk to a customer you're about to upsell. Let's not make this ugly. Owen's tuition is due. Mom's mortgage is due. You've always helped. What changed? I watched my son get smaller in your mother's living room. I said that changed. Oh my God, she said, laughing like a person who laughs at the wrong part of a movie. This is about a hoodie. You're going to blow up the family over a hoodie. This is about respect, I said, and money and how the two have to live in the same house. Kelsey huffed. If you're trying to punish us, it won't work. We'll figure it out. Good, I said. Figure it out. Mom came back on, voice lower. You're going to regret this. When they put a notice on my door, the neighbors will see. You'll be the one who made that happen. Mom, I said gently. The bank puts the notice on the door. Not me. Are you proud of yourself? She asked. Because I hope this is worth it. I looked at Leo's science project drying on the counter, a cardboard volcano with red paint pooling at the base. He'd been worried it wouldn't erupt on cue. We tested it 3 times until it worked every time. I said. I'm proud I'm finally doing the right thing. Matthew, she said, voice breaking into anger again after everything I've done for you. I honestly tried to think of what she meant. I waited, gave her space to say it. She didn't. Just breathing. Just the sound of Kelsey whispering, he's lost it. I ended the call. I typed into the family group chat. Effective today, I'm out of the bank of Matthew business. Mortgage, tuition, fees, not my responsibility. Attached is a summary of what I've covered since 2022. Going forward, please do not ask me for money, tools, or my time without offering payment and a schedule. Also, do not disrespect my kid in front of me again. If you do, we leave. That's the boundary. I attached the spreadsheet. Dates, amounts, notes. Blue Hoodie Day was not on the list, but it was the headline in my head. The explosion was immediate. Aunt Carol, family doesn't keep receipts. Cousin Drew, this is tacky. Mom, delete that now. Kelsey, you're sick. You need therapy. Leo wandered into the kitchen, rubbing sleep out of his eyes. Morning, he said. I put the phone down and poured cereal. It pinged through breakfast, through dishes, through a sink repair across town where the client kept apologizing for calling me on short notice. You're fine, I told her, and I meant it. It felt good to help someone who said thank you like it was a word and not a leash. At lunch, my phone rang again. Unknown number. I wouldn't have answered if I'd known it was the bank. A calm woman with a calm voice informed me the mortgage was 30 days behind already before my part. Mom had told me it was only a few days late. The calm woman mentioned foreclosure timeline options and cosigner. I'm not on the loan, I said. No, she said, but your name is on the payment history. We assume. Assume less, I said and wrote down the dates anyway. Facts are armor when people throw feelings at your head like rocks. That evening, Mom called again. They said they're coming to post a notice next week. She said, not crying, but performing it. You want me humiliated? I want you to call the bank and work out a plan, I said. Sell the second car. Ask Kelsey to pick up extra shifts. Stop buying $80 salon shampoo. You have no right, she snapped. I have receipts, I said, and hung up. The first week after I stopped paying, the house was louder and somehow lighter. I stopped answering unnecessary calls and texts. Do not disturb for everyone except Leo's school and clients. Muted the family group chat. I check it only when I felt petty, mostly not. Expected someone to show up at my door. They didn't. Aunt Carol texted, "Your mother is in pieces." I replied, "I hope she calls the bank." Muted her. Kelsey posted quotes about toxic people and takers calling you selfish. I laughed, it felt good. Locked my van, moved the spare key, added a porch camera. Told forgetful clients, payment up front for materials. They paid. They always had the money, just like testing my patience. With mom, polite and short. Answered normal questions, how's Leo? Ignored guilt barbs. Built routines with Leo, Friday pizza night. He arranged pepperoni like constellations. Sunday project hour, fixed chairs, drawers, skateboards. Taught him screwdrivers. He taught me couch comfort. Mom posted heartbreak dramas online. Neighbors asked passive questions. I said, she's figuring things out. Jess texted, Kelsey's sister tried charging hair color to my tab. Jess refused. Boundaries look good on you. Eviction notice went up on mom's door. She blamed me in group chat. I ignored. Went to Leo's parent-teacher conference. Kelsey called from unknown number. You did this to mom. She's sick. Blood pressure up. I said call the bank. She brought up Owen asking why Uncle Matthew doesn't love Grandma. Silence. You taught him that, I said. She hung up. She texted later. Fix mom's unsafe railing? I replied. Send time. I'll bill materials/labor. Emoji middle finger. Muted. Then mom called. Talked to bank for trial plan. Sold Honda. Gets rides. Thanked her for making Owen return Leo's hat and apologize after he threw it. He's a good boy. Yeah. Group chat cooled. Quote stopped. Yellow paper gone. New note. Use side entrance. Work busier. Raised rates $10 per hour. No complaints. Bought Leo proper winter coat without guilt. Unknown text. Kelsey's friend said she's lying about me cutting her off over money. She owes others. Validation landed soft. Not crazy. Just done. Mom sent photo. Leo and Owen movie night. Popcorn. Hat on Leo. Space between. Kept it. Echo. Only well-behaved kids deserve gifts. But Leo yells dad. Watch at park. Jaw unclenches. Guilty sometimes, but space in wallet, calendar, head. Fix our stuff. Build with Leo. Phone down. Mom and I. Short. No money talk. Kelsey. Polite. Hard on kid photos. Spreadsheet in old business. Waited too long. Not overreacted. Won't bankroll disrespect. Won't teach Leo love means swallowing anything. His worth isn't tradable. Leo's birthday, just us. Still go to grandma's sometimes. When it feels good. Small package arrived. Hoodie. Note for the good boy. No speech. Bills/feelings come. Answer steady. Help with respect. No is full. Love isn't coupon. Door hangs level. Latch clicks. House smells pizza/sawdust. Kid inside knows he deserves gifts because loved, not performing.